doesn't discriminate. The grave sees us all as having no value. Because if it be so, then some people would never die. But we sit up here and we acquiesce to those who don't know us. And I'm not trying to say that the common folk do, because it's controlled through politicians. But the one thing that we can do, if we cared enough, is, and I'm talking about as a collective, if we cared enough, we could thwart whatever agenda that they have. They would have no other choice but to come out and show their fangs and who they really are. Because there's a lot of times people are quick to say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. That's this, it's that. And it's like, well, no, it's not really a conspiracy theory. It's actually a damn conspiracy. It's not a theory. Because in reality, these people are actually showing us who they really are. They are literally telling us they don't want to see us live, thrive, survive, reproduce. This is why they want to keep constantly pushing overpopulation. Listen, if you this, and this is another reason why they don't want you driving. This is another, because they don't want any light to enter into your consciousness to maybe say unto you, maybe it ain't what we really think. If you've ever driven, I've driven all over, up and down the East Coast. Me and my wife have driven down to Florida. If you've ever driven a distance in this country, there is land abundant. There's enough land for as many people who want to live there and live there in peace. And there would not be such a thing as shortages when it comes to food if they didn't tamper with the food system, making foods grow with no seeds. Because if food grows with seeds, you can take those seeds and replant those seeds and grow more food. Therefore, everything keeps reproducing. But they don't want reproduction. They want artificial food shortages. That's why all of a sudden they're recalling everything. It's all purpose. They never let a crisis go to waste. And so the point of this video is this. We have people who want to sit up here and act like there's no agenda, like there's nothing going on. Since we quote unquote open back up, remove mask mandates, remove Satan's juice mandates, that somehow now we are a better, prosperous country. When inflation's at an all-time, the last time inflation was this high, I was born. I'm 40, soon to be 41. The last time inflation was high at all, I was 0 years old. I was just fresh out the womb. All this money going to Ukraine. And we can't fix potholes. I'm sure you could probably hear all this bumpy ass road I've been driving on for the last 15 minutes. All these damn potholes and shit. But we sending billions of dollars over to fucking Ukraine, which is nothing more than a money laundering scheme. And the reason why a lot of these motherfuckers were so damn compliant is because they love darkness. They love it. My last video was called Men Love Darkness. It ain't just men. It's women too. It's everybody. Why do they love darkness? Because it takes away, in their eyes, it takes away the ability to have people pass judgment on them. So if everybody's doing evil, wicked shit, then they can say, well, you can't judge me, you doing it too. That is why wickedness gathers together, because then they can compare their wickedness and multiply it. And that's exactly what these compliant fools did. We had an opportunity to thwart all these agendas, and you had motherfuckers who were scared that they were gonna die. And why would they be scared they're gonna die? Because one, they didn't take care of themselves. Two, they don't value God's temple. They don't value their temple. They don't value who they are. Three, they've done no righteous deeds. And they feared they feared the judgment. See, a lot of people do a lot of things out of the fear of eventually seeing their maker. That's what a lot of this boils down to. And a lot of these people think that they have the power, or they've been deceived by Satan, that they have the power to outsmart God, and they don't. They're foolishness. They're all fools. Don't let these people who told you that you should be expelled from society because you didn't want to become a science experiment just walk off into the sunset. Hold them accountable. Remind them all of the information that's now coming out, all the lies that they pushed. Oh, it's safe and effective. All these kids in their prime, or their youth, dropping dead, myocarditis, pericarditis, all these heart issues, brain inflammation, pilots losing their careers because they got neurological problems. All this shit because they was doing the right thing. They was helping us get back to normal. These motherfuckers, these Fudweisers, these Moderners, they made billions and billions of dollars off of people becoming their personal science experiments. And then when they wanted to approve it for children, one of them fuckers said in the Zoom meeting, well, we're just going to go ahead and have to do it because we won't know until we do it. We don't know how this is going to affect children until we do it. Don't let these people walk off. Don't let them walk off. They don't deserve to walk off. They deserve to walk off a cliff. They don't deserve to walk off in peace. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever let them forget. Don't ever let them forget what they did to you. Don't let them forget it. I keep repeating myself because when you repeat yourself, it becomes ingrained in the brain. Don't let them walk off. Don't let them try to pretend like they never said you should be out of society because you didn't want to be an experiment, because you didn't want to be a fool like them. Don't let them people walk off. I'm telling you, don't let them people walk off. Because that's what they're hoping you'll do. They're hoping that you'll just forgive them, let live and let live, and let everything be what it was, and you know, all is right in the world. No, don't let them forget. Don't ever let them forget. They wanted your life destroyed because you didn't want to be a fucking science experiment. And now they just mad because they were the science experiment and they got the jokes put on them. There was one dude, I'm going to end the video here. There was one dude who, he was going off on Facebook and shaming people for not being science experiment, and making fun of people because he was able to go to movies and do all this other shit, because this is when they was putting out the Satan's Passport. And he unfriended me because I called him out, because he tried to correct me on what HIPAA was, because I said, how is it that they can have a HIPAA policy where you can't divulge personal medical information, but at the same time you can't go to a fucking bar or a movie or theater or anywhere without divulging personal information? He tried to correct me on it. I called him out on it. He unfriended me. So I wonder how he felt when they said, whether you took Satan's juice or not, we're all in the same boat. See, when you bargain or when you negotiate with terrorists, this is what happens. They change the terms and conditions, and they put you right back in the position you were just in, that you negotiated to get out of, and now you're in a worse position. Because now you have some foreign substance inside you. You don't know what the fuck it's going to do to you. And you took that risk thinking you were going to get your freedom. Then they looped you around, had you walk right back into the prison. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm not saying I'm a genius, but damn, I'm a wise mother effer.